Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. Two dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clocks ticking.
Yo, hello, welcome. We're back, episode 42. Two guys, one spread podcast, back-to-back episodes.
Back-to-back, baby.
Fun and exciting. I mean, what else you want to do when the weather's 11 degrees out and miserable?
Right.
I just came from the ice.
Back-to-back, I don't know. Usually they rest me back-to-back, but I'm going to try it. See how I'm going to try to fight through.
I just came from the ice rink. It's freezing. It's awful.
It's brutal.
Oh, so cold.
It's going to get worse.
Yeah. So, yesterday we kicked the crap out of, I still see, it's amazing how much traction this Bills stuff is getting.
Yeah. I know. Puggles is getting crushed.
Just everywhere. But we're going to focus today on the championship games. I mean, we got 3 games left in the whole NFL season. That is always kind of sad. Kind of sad for me. I know that it's, I think most football fans, but they're the big games. They're the big exciting ones.
Everybody wants to get to this point of the year, but then it just means it's almost over.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Let's start in the AFC. Let's start in the AFC. Right. We'll save my Seahawks for the second part. I mean, what's your initial take on it?
I do think Denver has a chance here. I think Denver's defense is good enough to keep them in the game. I've been seeing a couple of May stats. He's had 6 fumbles like the last 2 games. Now they haven't hurt him. They've been getting him back. But his yards aren't up there. Denver's pass rush is huge. I do think they can keep it relatively close. The problem is I think New England's defense is pretty good as well. Then you got Stidham coming in. I do think it's going to be a competitive game. I think it'll be low scoring. I think Denver's going to try to run the ball a little bit more. I do think Denver's got a chance. I just think they need to keep. They try to get New England to throw the ball and get rid of the run. I thought we ran the ball decently against Denver the entire game. And New England's been running really good with Stevenson and Henderson. I think those are the keys of the game. Make May beat you. That's my plan. I still think he has weaknesses. So that's my plan. I think Denver has a chance. Their defense is very good, and I wouldn't be shocked if Denver wins this game.
Every time I watch Denver's defense, I say it like they just don't impress me. But I agree. I do not think Bo Nix has been incredible this year. I'm not sure that there is as big of a drop off as the people want to think. I mean, I know Nix is pretty pretty mobile, and he's got some flair to his game, but I think they have to really try and control. I agree with you. I think they got to control the run. I think if New England can rip off a long run or two, then they're going to be in trouble. But New England they have Denver had an all-time sack leading defense. They produce sacks, right? I mean, Vance Joseph is aggressive. He changes up the blitzes. They get after the quarterback. Benino wins quite a bit. I think it should be close to. Anytime you're dealing with young quarterbacks, all it takes is, even if you could have 70 offensive snaps and play really good for 63, 65 of them. You get confused once and throw a pick 6, it makes a huge difference. You know what I mean? Like,
right. I know, I agree.
so that's kind of the part that, the young quarterbacks. There's really anything could happen. Um, I think. Who do you think makes a more interesting team to go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I don't think it matters that much in the AFC, to be honest with you. I don't. I think it matter. This is where I think Bo Nix would matter. I do think if he was healthy and they beat the Patriots, I think it matters. I think the Rams and the Seahawks especially are just it's we'll get to the Rams next. Well, if we're just gonna say who's got the more competitive team, I would
No,
say
not
New England.
I didn't really mean it by competitive. I
Yeah,
mean interesting, right?
interesting. It's gonna be New England. New England's
New
the better.
England. I mean, you
Yeah,
got young quarterback. You got
it's
new
a
new coach.
franchise. It's just been there, and they're back again. They're back fucking again.
What about I mean, Sean Payton might be more interesting in the week leading up to it. I
That
think
might be
with
true.
Vrabel, you're going to get a lot of the
Yeah, yep,
canned,
he
pretty
is.
safe responses, maybe.
I can agree with that. I still got to stick with May being a more interesting story. Um, so I will. I'm gonna stick with New England as making the Super Bowl makes it a slightly more interesting.
I mean, you'll get some. You should get some interesting stuff from Diggs, right? I mean, he's gonna
Yeah.
have a
Oh yeah.
couple. He's gonna have
Yeah.
some lady friends around, probably.
Right. Absolutely.
That's his thing.
Oh man, he's gonna get a couple girls getting pregnant that week. And that off week's gonna be busy.
Uh, did you ever see the thing? I mean, he must not be that great of a guy. I mean, I think the
No.
more that comes out, the more is
Yeah.
not that great. Did you ever see the thing when he was in Minnesota? There was some like locker room interview, and they were like, who's the last guy you would want to like date your sister?"
Yeah. It was unanimous,
And
basically.
yeah, like 75-80% were like
Right.
Diggs. I mean,
Yeah.
instant. And I
Yeah.
remember at the time I first saw it, like I think this was before all this Cardi B and all this other
Yeah. Oh
stuff.
yeah.
I remember being like, geez, I wonder, like, I don't know, maybe he's just, vocal about, what he does with the ladies or whatever,
Yeah.
but they were all like adamant about it.
Yeah.
Now I think they just all know that he's probably, I mean, in addition to probably being a freak, he's probably a scumbag too, but
Yeah. There's a good chance he's both.
so, yeah,
Yeah.
should be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, the spread is 4.5.
What's the
The
weather for
total's
the game?
42 and a
You know?
half. What's
What's
that?
the weather supposed to be like?
I have not seen the weather.
Let me see if I can see.
Denver's been crazy. They had a stat before I mean, it was a beautiful day for the Bills game, the last week's game too. But up until that game, every kickoff was at least 60 degrees. That's wild in Denver. I don't get
Really?
their weather there.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah. I'm trying to see. Oh, bad.
I don't know. I know this weekend is supposed to be wild for the Northeast, so I'm not sure about Denver.
Yeah. No. I'm not sure if I see anything on it. Maybe I can find it some. Um. Yeah. I mean, it's certainly possible to get some crazy some crazy weather up there. Um. All right, let's look at the NFC. All right, so we'll do some predictions at the end. Let's go.
24 and
Let's go.
sunny, Joe. 24 and sunny.
24. That's cold.
It's cold. It's going to be yeah, really cold. A low of 11. I don't know what time their game is. I'm assuming they're the early game. So
Uh,
at peak
yeah.
20 degrees. You figure 20 degrees, but
Okay.
dry.
Yeah. All right, let's go over to the NFC. I think this is certainly the game that's probably getting more headlines and
Yeah, it's
more
definitely got a little bit
attention.
more
Um,
excitement to it.
Seahawks, Rams, third matchup for the season. Anytime you get divisional teams that, they play each other a lot, they know each other. My initial take, so Seattle's 2.5 point favorites.
They're down to 1.5. Let me see. Not down to 1.5 according to ESPN.
Okay. I obviously I'm a diehard Seahawks fan. All season long, I've been afraid of this matchup a little bit because the one guy I feel, in the NFL, you get you get that group of veteran quarterbacks that really can read defenses. They've quote unquote seen it all, right?
Yeah.
And we went through a stretch where we had like 7 of those guys in the league, and it was great, right? You had Brady, you had Manning, you had Breeze, you had Rodgers, I guess, was still in there. Just a bunch of those guys, and then they slowly kind of, retired. And like right now, the one guy that I think that really I guess Rodgers still, but falls into that is Stafford, right? I think you can get up. I think it's really hard to to confuse him. And if you just know the defenses, right? Like, oh, they're in man, and this is what they do, and that's you could pick it apart. And I feel like that's really, and that last time we played them,
it was a wacky game. It was kind of domination by the Rams for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Domination.
Yeah. I mean, he couldn't, and our defense was healthy, and he was just slicing them. Just
yeah.
I mean, huge passing numbers. And then, I mean, we forced five punts in a row, and we scored a bunch of points, and there was obviously the fluky 2-point conversion and all of that.
Yes.
I don't know. I think it probably lands somewhere in the middle. Do I expect him to pass for 450 yards again? Probably not. Do I think we're going to make them look the way we did San Francisco? Probably not. So it's probably going to land somewhere in the middle.
Rams are an interesting team. I keep wanting to say that they're excellent, and I want them to be great.
But
then I keep watching them, and they're just not great. Carolina Panthers, they easily could have lost to the Panthers. They easily could have lost to the Bears. You look at their last 3-4 games in regular season.
They wasn't great and almost lost to Arizona.
Arizona was a second half comeback before they won that game. Everybody just sees the names and how they started the season, but it hasn't really been there. It just, I don't know what's missing, but
it's almost since that Seattle game.
Right.
Before
they left that Seattle game. I remember the Stafford afterwards, like, listen, basically saying we beat ourselves,
which
it's the only reason that this game happened, blah, blah, blah. But since that happened, it's kind of been a little bit of a mini disaster out there. And listen, they've won 2 to get to this point, but nothing's been easy for them. Let's say that. I feel like their defense is decent enough. Their front line is very good. They have all the offensive talent that you want. So, but they're just not putting it together now.
Heading into that Seattle game, I think everybody had the Rams as their number 1 team, number 1, most complete. And the Seattle game happened, and you're like, again, even me, I live for the Seahawks. I watched that game, and I was like, man, we not only did we need some breaks, but we Darnold put together some drives, and we came back in the 4th, and we won, and there's something to be said for it. But you watch the game, and they controlled the game easily for 3 quarters.
Right.
Completely controlled it, and the wheels kind of fell off. And again, I just felt like, oh wow, we caught a break right there, but the Rams are still the best team. They had a really bad quarter and they had some bad luck, but since then they have not looked good.
Right.
One time, like they have not looked really, really good. So I don't really know.
I love the Seahawks. I really do. They are a Darnold. He's the only guy who scares you. I think he's the only thing keeping you from. I don't know. He's had these games, and now he's got to get past it. And Obviously, I mean, he's played great against the 49ers. That game was, it couldn't start any better for a team. I mean, you get the return and then you get a fourth down stop and then it's like that. You're like, well, it's 17-0
The
that game was
Seahawks
over.
fans we're calling it the Sheed quake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they're calling it.
I
Maybe think of something else. But I mean, it's unbelievable. What a start.
it was such a great start for what we really needed. I mean, again,
Yeah,
well, I mean, that's the way Seattle wants to play anyway, right? Even if Darnold wasn't hurt, they would have loved games where he's got to throw 17 times, right? Because that means you're running the ball and you're controlling some of the clock and you're going to rely on your defense, and your defense is really good. And if you're throwing 17 times, you're probably in the lead or the game's super close, right? So that really could not have started, I mean, any better. That was perfect.
right.
Man, Darnold, I mean, I really do like Sam Darnold a lot, and he has.
I do too.
And he's
I
been
think he's
good.
played great.
I said
He just
all
has these
season long.
games. He has these games. And that game against the Rams was one of those games until the fourth quarter where Shaheed returned to punt and then it got going.
Yeah,
But he was terrible in that game until he wasn't.
yeah,
But he was.
and the game earlier in the season versus them, he was terrible.
Yeah.
And when he played with Minnesota versus them, they were terrible. So like,
Yeah.
obviously the Rams know they got some beat on him. I did see some breakdown where they showed one of the picks that he threw against the defense in the first game. He made a much better read in the second against the same defense and wound up completing it. So, I don't think he's like too old that he's not done learning.
No,
I still think he's
absolutely.
learning and stuff. But all season long, I said as a Seahawks fan, I said deep down, I think the Rams are a little bit better. And I really think Seattle is still probably one good draft for the offensive line, or maybe a free agent pickup or something.
Yeah.
I still think we need to solidify the offensive line a touch more. We got that rookie Zabel. He's been amazing. We tied up Cross on the left side. But I'd like to see us protect him a touch more, give him that extra half a second to make that read. It seems like when those picks happen for him, they're not like it's usually not some of the guys you see like they'll sail it over on an overthrow,
Right.
or
Yep.
something like that. His seems to be when he's got to make the quick read or a quick decision and it gets rid of it maybe a little fast. But we'll see. I mean, we're missing Charbonnet. That's
Right. Hey, I don't know how big. I think Walker's good.
he is
I-
good. He
I
is
think
good.
Walker, I mean, I think you'd be in more trouble losing Walker. Walker's better out of the backfield. He's more of a breakaway threat. I know Charbonnet's played great for you. I'm not taking anything away from him, but I think you'll be fine with Walker. Obviously, it's a little bit more of a goal line situation, but it's a loss. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, we
I'm a Walker fan.
There's a guy, George Halani, that came back. He's been hurt for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if he's playing. I know they activated him. I could see him maybe getting a couple of those tough carries if they need to, but I don't think the Rams, I mean, I don't think of the Rams run defense as something that's so impossible to run on that maybe Walker can, you're just maybe changing your protection to, we're trying to, do something real aggressive to where you got a quick hitter with Walker trying to hit a hole. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's nice that Seattle's been able to keep those guys really on a good split. So
Yeah.
maybe Walker's got a little bit left in that juice.
Yeah,
that-
he's
the
been
extra
pretty impressive at the end of the season.
Yeah,
think he's
and the
come
extra
on.
carries won't kill him, right? Like,
Yeah. Right.
you have a guy like McCaffrey who's getting 27 touches every game. I don't know if he's got the extra juice in it, but I mean, We'll
All right,
see.
who do you like? Who do you like? Who do you like? Let's think. Let's make some picks here.
If I mean, if I was betting, and I don't like saying it, but if I was betting, I would pick the Rams to win by a field goal or
Okay.
less. I think
Okay.
I think it'll come down to something super close, and man, it's so I can just see Stafford completing some passes and getting them into field goal range and getting something in a either a tie game or we're up by a little bit. But
They definitely got to do a better job of Puka than the last time. He torched you in that game too, but he torches everybody, so don't worry. I guess it's not.
yeah, I don't. Can you really cover the guy?
I don't know. He does it all. He does. He really does.
I mean, and there's just some guys like I explain this like the kids that I play or that I coach, and hockey. I'm always like, listen, if you're talking about a 1 second thing, right? And I know what I'm doing and you don't. If the timing's right, there's no way that you can do it, right? And Puka is not only can he go deep and he runs great routes, just like Wes Welker. There was a time where I'm like, you can't cover the guy.
Yeah.
Coming off the line, he knows exactly where he's going to go. So if he takes 2 steps and boom, and the timing is right, and timing comes down to experience and working with guys, and Stafford's timing is going to be like a lot of times it's perfect.
Yeah, and he's tough to get down after he has the ball. I mean, he's just a beast. Yeah, I know it's a problem, but it's a problem for everybody.
Yeah.
What do you like in the New England game?
I would go New England, and it's not completely because of Bo Nix being out. I don't think Denver's defense is. I know they get a bunch of sacks, and teams don't score a ton out of them. Obviously, they have a great defense.
It is funny because I thought before the Bills game, I thought I heard a stat about Denver and some of the better offenses they played put up pretty good numbers against their defense. So,
I mean, in that Bills game, never once did I watch that Bills game and be like, Bills can't even move the ball.
Yeah, no,
I'm like, wow, man, they're under pressure and like they're having a tough. Like I felt like the Bills were just moving the ball whenever they wanted, outside of making stupid mistakes.
Right. I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna take Broncos.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be close. I think home field is gonna matter. I think the crowd will matter a little bit. I'll take the Broncos in a tight one. And I think Seahawks win by 10. I actually really think the Seahawks they're just dominating on defense right now, and I'm not sure about this Rams team. I think there's something to their offense struggling. I don't know what it is, but I just think it's not been the same since the first half of the year. We've seen this. I've seen this with Diggs and seen this. These older players, they start out strong. Diggs for 3 years, it was first 6 games, 7 games, he was a stud, and then season got on when he got older, and his stats weren't there. And I'm not sure if that's happening with Adams now, but he's quieted down a lot. I know he was out. Don't get me wrong. I know he was out, but he's been quiet.
Yeah, I mean, last week I think he had like 3 catches or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he had a bunch of targets.
Right.
It wasn't no Shakir 12 for 12, right?
No. I mean,
I think the Rams just have me super confused because
yeah, I know. I think they do everybody.
That second matchup versus Seattle, the one where Seattle won in that crazy game, I sat Stafford in 2 fantasy leagues because I was just so confident in Seattle's defense, right? I wound up losing those matchups because of it. He had monster games.
Yeah.
And now I just like I feel like I got burned so bad in that like now I'm on the other side of it, where I mean last week I would have bet everything we were going to house San Francisco. Like I just so confident, and now I just can't get the last of the 8 quarters we've played them. Like we've just been outplayed in 7 of them pretty bad.
I hear you.
And
I hear you.
And I have a tough, but then again, the last month and a half I've watched the Rams. They have not looked good.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
I'm really, I'm nervous and I'm confused about what Rams I'm getting. I do know up front on defense they can be tough. Jared Verse is a handful. Landman, the linebacker, that guy makes plays. He makes plays, but I think if we have to, Seattle's got to run the ball, and obviously we have to stop. We can't make turnovers. You can't. Like there's been a lot of turnovers in the NFL playoffs, and the teams that have made them have lost every time. I mean, as we say on our text thread, turnovers matter.
They matter. We know they matter. We matter.
So
all right. Well, it's going to be a great weekend. I know we talked yesterday. We want to talk a little college football.
Yeah,
it was good. Hey,
can we
Indiana winning
call
the first?
What is? I just want someone to explain to me what college football is now, because
it's the NFL with a little less pay.
Do you? The back for Miami, I mean, he is not a college student, I don't think.
No.
I mean, they asked him in the interview, and he said, I graduated 2 years ago. How are you playing college football? How is that possible? He graduated 2 years ago. How are you playing college football? What is going on in college that we have? I mean, again, it's in the title, college. If you don't go to college, you should not be playing college football. And like I said, I'm not naive. I don't care if he's enrolled in basket weaving, whatever, right. And he's not even going to class. Like, I mean, I care about it. I don't like it, but I recognize it happens. At least you got to fake it, right?
I hear you. Listen, you should have to do something. It kind of reminds you of old school. It's like they're on campus, but we have no affiliation with the school whatsoever. Like, listen, we're on campus. Listen, we have no affiliation and we'll do nothing.
Yeah, that part is so good.
Yeah. So listen, I got his stats. Like, listen, he went to Georgia. He redshirted. We talked about redshirting offline yesterday a little bit.
Yeah.
Then from 21 to 24, he played for Georgia. He graduated from Georgia with a bachelor's degree. 2025, he transferred to Miami for his 6th and final season, playing as a graduate student. And then it says he concluded his eligibility after the college season this year. So it does say that he was a graduate student, but it's weird that he personally said he hasn't gone to school or had a class in 2 years. So that's
maybe. I mean, maybe once you. I mean, maybe he's just. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so here you go, Joe. I looked it up, and he got 1 year of extra eligibility due to COVID. So it didn't count against his eligibility. So that's 1 extra year. And then they said he's playing as a graduate student, which allows him to play another year, working on his postgraduate degrees, which allows him to continue playing, which obviously is not true. Because he, in an interview, stated he has not been to class in 2 years. So listen, I don't know I didn't do a postgraduate degree. So you have already.
Stop? I mean, can you? Well, I mean,
postgraduate. So you graduated, and you're just doing post stuff. It's post. I don't know what that means.
But what about? I mean, is there no? I mean, I guess there's no age limit, really.
No, a matter of fact, I know Miami had a tight end that was 28, I believe, a couple years ago. I'm gonna look. I remember seeing this and thought it was crazy. Oh, and BYU had some people go through like
Yeah, I
a
know they do.
retreat.
Yeah,
They do
I
those
know they.
retreats.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer. It's just it seems crazy. It seems with the money involved now. It just seems. I view it almost as like I don't want to say a problem for the NFL because the NFL doesn't have problems. They make so much money, it doesn't matter. But like I said, I don't see why guys, or I see why guys are like, yeah, I'll just stay in college and get paid $6 million and not, I don't want to say not have to commit to the next level or take a jump, but if I could get $6 million and $6 million and $6 million and then go to the NFL and sign my contract, as opposed to the idea of, oh, let me just go to the NFL. If it doesn't work out, I might not get another contract.
Joe, where did our buddy quit go to college?
Lycoming?
Lycoming. All right, that's what I thought. All right. Oldest player in college football right now.
Yeah.
You have a guess? This is Lycoming. It's Lycoming. He's a freshman, D3, oldest player.
He's a freshman. I mean, 28?
He's 58 years old, Joe. 58 years old. He's a freshman. He's a defensive lineman for Lycoming.
That's unbelievable. Oh,
Let's see. The oldest D1 player right now is 34. He was a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, and he's a walk-on in Virginia as a kicker. And there's another punter that's 33. D1 pursuing master's degree at Villanova.
I mean, I don't know how. I'm trying to think.
58, Joe. 58. We got a chance, baby. We got
all right. So listen. Let's go with this. Let's say
like Sinbad and what's a Necessary Roughness.
I mean, do we want to say that age matters some, right? Maturity and all of that matters.
Sure.
Could you let's say I got, I don't know, this would take a lot of convincing. Maybe not. Let's say there's this kid that's a really good quarterback. A pretty strong quarterback. Could I pay him $5 million a season and say, you're going on the cross country team? And all the time, you're just studying and prepping for football. Could you go to their, I don't know, you probably couldn't go to the football practices. I don't know, maybe you could. And you did that for 3 seasons. This guy gets $15 million. Oh, but he's gonna use his eligibility, right?
Yes.
It doesn't matter what sport. It doesn't matter
what sport. Use up your eligibility.
So then you can't. Oh man, I don't know. I'm trying to think of ways around the system. I just don't love it. I don't know. The guys are too old. The money's involved now. It seems to me like it is like a minor league NFL.
Yeah, absolutely.
At this point, maybe I don't. It seems crazy to me. I don't. It's one of the reasons I've always, like I said, I'll watch the big college football games, like throwing bets. I follow some of it, but I could never just truly commit to it because it's just not pure. There's so much stuff behind the scenes and eligibility and age and guys, and then the transfer portal came, and that's a bunch of BS. And half the games they play is just BS. You got some top team playing versus I just, there's no great way to determine a champion. I mean, at one point,
I talked about this a little bit yesterday too with the nil and everything like that. You know, you got these guys who play, say, for Cincinnati. Cincinnati was a pretty good college team this year. They played all right, and then they make a bowl game. And I remember watching this bowl game for a second. I'm pretty sure 24 players sat out of that game. They didn't play because they're looking towards their. I don't blame them 100%. They look towards their future. Colleges, stepping stone for a lot of these people to go to the NFL and whatnot. But you are now that was different to me when you weren't getting paid and you're a college student and everything like that. Now you're under a contract to play just like the NFL. And I want to know how these contracts are worded. I'll never know. But if I'm a Cincinnati guy and I get paid to play for the year and then I get in a bowl game and I just don't have to play anymore, contract's null. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Sure. I mean, why would yeah, I mean, I guess we could see if we can look it up or find it out. We should look because you're right. I'm paying you money. Like, don't tell me you're sitting out a big game.
Right. I know. And these bowl games, none of them matter anymore. I mean, none of them did matter before, but at least you had a roster playing, and that changed about 5, 6 years ago, where players started sitting out. Now it's just no one plays in these bowl games at all. So it's basically just a freshman, underclassman, guys who haven't playing these bowl games, and it's a joke. It is hard to. I'm kind of like you. I enjoy the gambling aspect of college football. I've been to a bunch of college football games. I think they're actually a lot of fun. It's a totally different atmosphere. But as far as like, man, people ask me like, well, what college football team you like? I don't know I don't have any one that I like because it's hard to, I don't know, follow a team that half the team every year is going to be replaced. And it's just, you got something like Ole Miss where the coach, and even the coach, they finally make it into this 12 bracket, and he's like, I'm not coaching for this team. There's better options out there. The timing of the portal transfer is crazy to me. That they do it right during the championship rounds. I don't understand why that has to be. Why can't we wait 2 weeks for this transfer portal to open?
I mean,
and then you got all these guys that are going in the portal instead of playing because they don't. It's crazy. It's crazy. A lot of the timing of this is just as bad as anything else.
Terrible. I mean, if I'm the I don't know, if I'm a backup linebacker, right? And I'm pissed off because I'm like, I'm going to get more playing time somewhere else. I mean, I'm putting in a transfer, but then I'm also playing for the national championship.
Right.
It just, I mean, how do the coaches, the whole thing is just so messy. It's just, I think I said this to you last night afterward. I'm like, I'm almost wondering if it's spun so far out of control now that they're not sure even how to fix it.
Right. I agree with that.
There are, like I said, between the NIL money and the transfer portal and all this extra eligibility and stuff, like, how are we still, how are guys getting so many extra years? I know.
It's hard to call it college football anymore, almost.
I mean, that Ole Miss guy, the Ole Miss quarterback's trying to get another year.
Yeah,
and how many did he, is this like his 6th year or something?
Yeah, 6th year. So he's trying to get another year. I don't know what he's claiming, but
I mean, I always go back to I think simple is best. Less is more. Like I said, I would like if you get hurt before the season starts and it's a season-ending injury, it's not a year of eligibility. I understand that, right? But that's it. I mean, all this other just wacky, crazy stuff is it makes it tough to follow. And I don't know. I didn't go to a huge school, right? So obviously, maybe you just can see past all of that if you went to LSU and that's
Yeah, I know. I do feel
team,
like
right?
that too. If you go to, I went to a Alabama, Notre Dame, any of these big schools, you're like, dude, I'm diehard. It doesn't
That's right.
matter.
I could care less about the
Yeah,
rules. Like,
I do believe that is also true. We're coming from a little bit outside small schools, and we didn't have that part in our life. So maybe we just don't understand. But it is, as an outsider and a person who loves football, it is a tough sport for me to really back a team and care that much.
and I mean, I have some of the same. Again, I say this all the time about Major League Baseball. Like like it's not everything's fair. Like I don't know if that's the right word, but like it just it's so messed up. And
Well, Major League Baseball, we talk about, well, yeah, fair is tough. I mean, you just want it to be, competitive on a level where three-quarters of the teams are just not out before the season starts. They need to do something for a competitive aspect of the league. It's really bad. I mean, it's like we can already put the same, 4 or 5 teams in every year and then just add one more.
do
It's
you think? All
never
right,
changes.
so I was talking with some friends the other day about the baseball, and the one guy said I don't know if he said it or one of his friends, like they insist that what is happening is being done on purpose. That they're
Okay.
purposely letting the Dodgers, they're purposely spending all of this money so that it emphasizes a point and that they can eventually get a salary cap. Because they always say that the players will never commit to a salary cap, which, first off, I say, and this one, I don't even care. I know I'm right. The owners will always win. The owners will always win. And because there are too many factors that come in for players, and this goes for any sport. It happened in the NHL, right? Yeah, we're staying together. We're, all together,
Yeah.
NHLPA, couple months, sure. Few more months, maybe. All right, I don't need the money. Some of the veterans are rich. But sooner or later, a couple things are going to happen. One, a guy in his prime is going to get pissed off. He's like, I'm really just going to sit out 2 years of my prime
Yeah.
and miss out on huge money. And again, I want to stay strong. I want to stay with the union, but wait a minute. I'm not getting paid. I'm in my prime. Two, you have a seasoned veteran, right? 2-3 years left in his career, maybe even 1 year. You think that guy's at some point he's not going to be like, oh my, like I'm really going to end my career sitting out because
Yeah.
like it makes it tough. The NHL players, some of them went over to Europe and like, oh, we can still play pro hockey. We'll show them. That gets old pretty fast for a few reasons. One, you're not at home. Your wife is either not at home, which probably she's not happy about it. He's you're living apart, or maybe you bring your whole family over there. Well, guess what? Your wife still got family back in Canada or in America. So,
Yeah.
like maybe a couple months it was cute, but after that it starts to wear. There's just so many factors. You got a kid that's trying to break in, right? He's
Yeah.
on the verge of making the NFL, NHL, any of these. Man, you're losing prime year. Sooner or later, the players will crumble.
I think the other portion you mentioned, like, oh yeah, you got a lot of players. You got players that have made bank. You got to figure 60-70% of the league,
Aren't.
they're not that guy.
Yeah.
They're coming up. They're first 3-year guys or on their first contract. They don't have that money where they just went out. They got and they're spending this money. They got a house.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
this, and then I got no money coming in for a year now or 6 months, and they are not that guy who's been in the league for 10 years and has enough money just to sit for whatever. and to me, that's even a more of the issue is those guys that first 3 year guys in the league who are under their first contract, and those are the guys that break.
I mean,
That's why.
if you're an MLB owner, I don't know. Like there's this part of me that you would be. I guess they would be the ones pushing for the salary cap, but then the players don't want it. I can't believe that this can't go on this way. It cannot.
I agree with you.
Go on.
I feel this way for a while. These contracts that the Dodgers are making up. I mean, they're just like, oh, we'll pay you $3 today, and then $1 billion in 10 years, and we'll.
So is it possible that it's almost purposely happening, and then maybe you're going to have at least 50% of the league just being like, this is BS. Like the Dodgers can only sign so many guys.
Yeah.
Right? So like you can only have so many guys on those top 2 or 3 teams. So
Right.
is the rest of the union going to be like, this is bullshit?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it comes down to the owners, and it does this. Does Pittsburgh owner care that they're losing? They're making money. Do they care? They are putting out below average product. They spent what on a whole team what the Yankees spent on 2 players.
Yeah,
Do they
that's
care?
where I don't know. Like how many MLB owners are like, I really just don't give a shit. I'm making
Yeah,
money.
that's the thing. Do they care? They're making money.
But I
All of them.
can't imagine. I'll give a couple. I'll say a couple maybe. I gotta think that these other guys like want to compete.
Yeah. No, I know. I know.
I mean, why else are you? I mean, I guess again, maybe
To
you're
make
doing
money.
it just to make money, but I don't. I think you want to compete.
I would think so too. You know, like if they're gonna make changes, they're gonna make changes where all teams it's more fair. But then the way to make it more fair is you're gonna have the Pirates are gonna have to spend X amount of money. Now they should be getting more money coming in to be able to do this, but it's tricky. I just don't know if these owners. I think we're acting like if we are owners and we own the team. Like
I
I don't know
know.
if they care.
I still
Like
I
any of
swear
these
some of
owners,
them
this
have
is
to.
their second job. This is like their fun thing that they're just making extra money on.
I know.
Their main job, they've already made billions on, and this is just like another investment to them. I think, and they just don't care. And then you have owners
I
that like,
really, and the tough part is how do you rein it? How do you rein it in or get it under control? Right, like these contracts are already in place.
yeah, no, I
I
know.
mean, I guess like even if you put a contract in place or a salary cap for next year, I mean, Otani's still
Figure
making like
still
what?
rates of these. I don't know how you do it.
Doesn't
I mean,
Otani make like
they still look at the NFL and how they did it back in the day. I mean, it was done. It's been done.
it
So
has, but I don't think they have the same thing that like right now. I'm trying to look Otani's salary for next year.
I don't think it's very much. I think it's almost nothing. I mean, in
For
comparison,
2025, it was $2 million.
yes.
So I don't like. I wonder what it'll be.
But that's how do you do it? Because in 2035, it's something like $40 million, $50 million. It's
That's what I
insane.
mean. So I don't know if you could somehow take those. I don't know. I don't know what you would do, but I just it's really a mess. Like it's a mess. I mean this is why people love the NFL. It's not. I
And
mean,
it's why I love the NFL. I mean, the NFL came up with the system that all teams are competitive. I mean, you have a good draft, you have the same money. It's the best system, and this is why people love it. Any team can win, small market, big money, doesn't matter.
not
old
that
stadium, new stadium, it doesn't matter. You do the best, you're gonna win.
I mean, NHL has a cap and a floor. I love that idea, right? I
Yeah.
love that idea. I think it should be within reason, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't want the cap being 300 and then the floor being 100. That's not really
Right.
solving much, right? But
No, it's not. Yeah.
I love that idea. I think it really stresses drafting and signing good contracts and stuff like that. And I mean, MLB can't be any farther from that.
Yes. No, they can't.
College football, you say what you the NL, the NIL stuff, but the portal thing that makes no sense. The coaching, like all the coaching hires and stuff, like I don't even like in the NFL when they can like interview the different coordinators and stuff.
Right. As they're still playing.
And even if you're not playing, just let the season finish. If I coach for the San Francisco 49ers, the season is not over until the NFL game schedule is over.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with that either.
No, again, my boss might say, you know what? We're out of it. You can go home.
Yeah.
I don't know, work at home or still come into the office and whatever. He's your boss. But you shouldn't be interviewing with other teams, even if your team's out of it. I just think that it's not over. The season's not over. Games are still being played. Let it all finish. No one is getting a head start on anybody else. Because right now, I don't know, like whatever. Let's just say Sean McVay retires, right? And they lose and he retires. Well, they've missed out on an opportunity to interview a bunch of people.
Right.
I
agree. What I have with the Bills and their timing of this is that they missed out already on a lot of this interview process, and they're late to the game on a very busy, season for coaches being fired. So, kind of same idea is that the Bills are behind in this process. So
yeah,
I hear you.
Let the season end. Let it be finished. And when the Super Bowl is over, there's no questions. There's no distractions. There's none of this other stuff. All the games are done. Go ahead. Open interviews. Let's interview people and go from that point. So,
yeah. Well,
I don't know if that makes it harder.
Baseball did not solve any problems.
What'd you say?
The luxury tax, that was their big solution to curbing spending from the big teams, but they just don't care. It means nothing to them.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, so. All right, bud. Well, I think in the next couple of weeks we might have a couple of guests. I was telling you we had a couple people reach out. That said they want to join on for various different topics, and I think that's going to be pretty sweet. So, we'll get some of them on, and for the rest of you, we appreciate you listening. We are on iHeart, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple. I've been trying to, promote some stuff and get the links over on Instagram as I learn how to navigate that. But, appreciate it all and happy championship weekend. Yeah. Oh, Sabres won tonight, right?
Big game, big win.
Big win. Man, that's 2 versus Montreal. I already have my one buddy, complete clown show Canadiens fan. He was texting me today. I'm going to put in a bet on the Canadiens and Caulfield getting 2 goals. I said, okay, slow it down. But those are big wins and in regulation, which make them extra huge.
Make them extra important. I agree.
Such a good spot. Man, if we could get playoff hockey.
It'd be awesome.
City's
going to be buzzing again.
I know. Before we were getting ready to record, I said, oh, let's do it after the Sabres game. I mean, it's been like a decade since I've been watching. I'm like, man, I really want to watch the end of a Sabres game.
It hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah, no, definitely hasn't. So appreciate all the listeners. Give us a share, give us a follow, and happy championship weekend.
Go Go Hawks, man. Go Hawks.
All right, thanks. Go. Yeah, that's right. I will be a nervous wreck, but I'm excited. It's good to be part of the Final Four.
All right.
All right. See ya.
Yeah.
Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. Two dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clock's ticking, we predicting the heat.